Wow, today is Monday and it's a very Monday-y Monday, if you know what I'm saying. Hi guys, it's Katie. Welcome back to my channel. Or if you're oh my god, or if you're, at this point, I don't curse on this channel, but that is hard to say. If it's your first time back, or if it's your first time here, tell me I'm not crazy. Try saying that out loud. Okay, let's phrase that differently. Hi everyone, it's Katie. Welcome back to my channel. Or if it's your first time here, welcome. It's a little easier when you slow it down. I'm here to bring you a book review today. This book is called Behind Closed Doors, and it's by an author named B.A. Paris. I want to say this is this particular author's debut novel. The way I do these on my channel is I just give a very general opinion on the book, and then I do dive into a little bit more detail, but without giving spoilers. So if you're interested in reading this, it's still, I would say, safe for you to stay tuned for the whole video. But in case you're one of those people who really likes to know pretty much nothing about a book, I will start off by saying that I very much so recommended this. I will say that the first solid 100 pages, maybe a little bit less, were less good to me than the remaining 200 pages. They weren't bad. They weren't necessarily super slow or anything. It just was like, I wasn't totally sold. I wasn't totally bought in until about 100 pages in, and then I could not put it down. So yeah, I definitely recommend this. It was interesting. Okay, now I want to talk more about the book, so if you don't want to hear anything else, click off. This is the type of novel where it's kind of like a thriller, mystery type of a vibe. There is a relationship, like a romantic relationship in it, which I feel like is kind of a common popular theme amongst really best-selling novels these days. This is a British author, and so it's very much so British English. So there's just little nuances that you'll notice, like the way that they say certain phrases or whatever, or the way they spell certain words is British, which is fine. Okay, so it also jumps back and forth every single chapter between past and present, and then they end up meeting in the middle. I think, yeah, from the past it goes back to the beginning of when the main character Grace meets this guy Jack, and then the present is where you are now, and then yeah, I guess that makes more sense. And then the past section kind of backs up until it gets to mesh with the present. So it's really interesting. Another thing I enjoyed about this is that the chapters, or the past and present, were relatively short, which I know is silly, but it's always worth mentioning because I'm a very distracted reader. They weren't as short as I always love them to be, but they were short, and it was good to kind of flip your brain from past to present. What else can I tell you about this? Okay, so essentially it's the story of this relationship where you're introduced to these two characters and to their relationship, and you're made to think that it's this picture perfect, beautiful relationship, but sure enough, it is not what you think it's going to be. It is not, or rather, it is not this perfect relationship that it kind of comes across as. And you as the reader find that out pretty much right away, but then you also have to figure out kind of what happens and how the conflict or the bad thing in the relationship ends up getting resolved. And I will say this is a bit of a spoiler, but not even really. One thing that I didn't really care for those first 100 pages was I felt like it wasn't that believable. I don't know how much I want to spoil and give away, but I will just say that the man, the husband, is not what Grace, originally thought he was going to be. And so, yeah, I really don't want to spoil it, but let's just say that it kind of gave me vibes of well, just tell the cops, or just say something to somebody, do something. And sure, it's easier said than done, and they definitely do, the author covers the bases in terms of why she can't do certain things. And I don't know, I don't mean any disrespect by this, but maybe the fact that it's in England, I don't really know how their laws and their police system and stuff work there compared to the United States, but there were definitely chapters where I was like, oh, come on. Like, her friends would pick up on that and they would say something or do something. But at the same time, like, I don't know, sometimes you notice things, but as an adult, noticing something from another adult, it's like, what are you gonna do? I don't know. I'm being like really vague and kind of cryptic and weird. I just don't want to give anything away, but it was definitely addicting. It was definitely, it was good. It was a good book for me to read kind of in the month of October, kind of spooky. The ending was good, because that's another thing. It's like, I'm all about how was the ending. The ending was good, but at the same time, it left me kind of like, it kind of leaves you on a cliffhanger. Like, not really. I don't know. It's hard to explain. It was good, but I definitely thought there was going to be more beyond that, and that's just where it ended, and I was like, wow. I think it would make a great movie. I don't know how they would do it with the whole back and forth thing, but it's just like a really interesting story. So I'm sorry that I blabbered on a lot. It's been a crazy day, and it's only the start to my week, so I just wanted to get that up for you. Behind closed doors, recommend it. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, or if you so fancy as to join this little channel here. I would so much appreciate it if you want to click subscribe. I talk about books, perfume, fashion, lifestyle, beauty, all kinds of things. So if you're into any of that, give it a consideration. And I will see you guys next time. Love you. Bye.